If you're thinking about buying a walking treadmill, there are a few things you should know before you pull the trigger and make a decision on buying one. Recently, walking treadmills have gotten very popular with people that are working from home, have their own businesses, or simply just want to get some steps in, get fit while being at home. Me personally, I bought one recently and I've been using it, testing it, and I have a couple things, both pros and cons, that I'd like to let you know before you decide to pull the trigger. And I will also talk about the specific one I got, which is a bit different than some of the others. Why did I buy mine? Let's just, put that out there. I bought mine for the sheer reason that I bought a standing desk and I wanted to hit my step counts as I'm losing weight right now. And I wanted to have the ability to work at my desk, sit at my desk, play games, read, whatever it is at my desk comfortably, and still get the steps in that I need to hit on a daily basis. This makes hitting 10, 15, 20,000 steps a day a lot easier. And instead of spending those hours at the gym where I only have my phone and I can only maybe read a book, which is even a little bit difficult at the gym, or watching a video on a tiny screen on my phone and being craned down, looking down like that, instead, I can be sitting here with my monitor in front of me. I can watch movies if I so want to, or I can work. I can play games. I can talk to people on Discord in the comfort of my house. And I can also get my steps in so it feels more efficient and more comfortable. Now, another really nice thing I want to talk about with these walking treadmills, we'll talk about some pros here, is the space. I'm actually standing on my walking treadmill as I'm recording this right now. Could I be walking? Yes, but I don't think you want to see me bouncing back and forth. That's fine, right? But I'm standing on it. It doesn't take up a lot of space. There's no big handlebars that go above and beyond. It's simple. It's easy. It takes up little space and is light. This one I've got here is about a few foot in general length. It's enough for my stride length to not catch the front or fall off the back. It weighs 30 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. I can move it over, be good to go. Super simple. If I want to pick this up and move it, and I want to sit down in my chair, I can do that. I can press a button on my desk, drop the desk down, sit down, and be comfortable. And if not, I can sit here and walk, get my steps in, and be comfortable. Now, let's talk about a couple downsides, because I honestly do believe there are a few. Namely, for me, is the static electricity thing you might run into. I have the treadmill kind of sits partially on a carpet like rug that I've got. And the other part sits on the LVP flooring, which is fine, except I noticed when I wear certain shoes, I actually run into issues of static electricity where if I'm not touching my keyboard or I guess a piece of metal really or anything to discharge that, it builds up. And I've had it genuinely be enough electrical charge to turn off my keyboard, which is not great, and it does worry me about like the longevity of my keyboard in those cases. So I can't wear certain shoes, rubber soled shoes, things like my Hey Dudes, whether or not you like them, but in essence of those, my Hey Dudes generate no static electricity. My canes generate no static electricity. I can walk and I can just casually walk. I don't have to touch anything, and I'm comfortable. That's a huge thing to keep in mind. If you don't have shoes for it, just keep in mind you'll probably have some static electricity build up with it. Another thing that we want to talk about that is a kind of a downside to the walking treadmill, it is that it can be a little bit problematic if you do not have the habit of walking on the treadmill. It can become something that you just set aside. For me, it stays active. My desk stays in the upright position, and I pretty much, if I'm at my desk, I'm walking or I'm standing on it, and actually standing more than I am sitting now. And I've made it where this is the default, is not sitting. The default is standing at my desk. Me personally, on a pro side of things, I get a lot of benefit out of standing and walking, and it helps my train of thought and helps me process ideas and work through things. For you, that might be different, but it's something worth checking into. If you have issues, you might slow down with your walking speed to find a speed that you can still walk while getting the work done. Another issue that me personally, it doesn't bother me, but I do have roommates and they've commented on it, is these walking treadmills can be a little loud, and in some in some people's opinions, a little bulky. It depends on your situation, but generally they are a little bit louder. If you are upstairs, the people below you are going to hear it more than likely, unless you've got a really nice setup at whatever place you're living. They'll probably hear it and they might get a little annoyed because it's going to sound like a constant kind of washer dryer going off. Now, I do think it's worth it though. If you want my opinion, I think getting a walking treadmill, especially if you have like a standing desk, is a win. Even just a walking treadmill in front of your TV in the living room is a huge win. I think you just have to be careful. If you have not been someone that walks longer distances, keep in mind that you can get blisters. So take it cautiously. The first time I got it, the first full free day, I walked 40,000 steps that day alone. I did get a small blister on one of my toes just from walking. It was just nonstop. I walked basically for like 12 hours. It was just passive. Didn't even think about it. I was doing work, getting stuff knocked out. I hit the step goal. Fantastic. Otherwise, a little blister, throw a little bandage on it. All good to go. Not the end of the world, but something to be aware of. Overall, though, I'd say it's worth it. It's made my daily step count 10,000 is really achievable. To where I'm hitting, 15, 16 plus thousand at today. I've only walked a couple thousand steps from my work, but by the end of the day, here in 8 hours of walking, if we're just doing even 2 miles an hour, I mean, come on, we're talking 16 plus thousand steps, slowly but passively, and I can do whatever I'd like during that time. So I do think a walking treadmill is highly worth it, and I'm quite surprised with the amount of usage I get out of it. A lot of people told me I probably wouldn't get a lot of usage, and I may not actually get a good use or enjoyment out of a standing desk. I would have to disagree, but I think that's also primarily because I've made that my work environment and a work habit now for me in my kind of office here. So let's kind of recap here, do a little revision, but summary as you will. If you are wanting to increase your step counts without having to worry about getting out in the environment, driving anywhere, spending money on fuel, dealing with people, and you want privacy, I highly recommend getting just a walking treadmill. It doesn't have to be at a desk. It can be in an office. It can be out in front of a TV in your living room. Wherever you'd like it, wherever you're comfortable with it, I think it would be a big benefit as long as you use it. That goes with a lot of things in life, but you have to use the walking treadmill to benefit from it. They don't have to be expensive. You can spend $100 to $200. You can spend $800. The one I have was only about $150, and it's been fantastic. It does require a little bit of maintenance here and there, but that comes with any kind of treadmill. You're going to have to go into that with it. So just keep that in mind. If you are someone that may not have proper shoes, just know you could have static electricity. It's not the end of the world, but just keep that in mind and plan accordingly. Beyond that, though, I think it's fantastic. So if you've enjoyed the video, let me know down below, and I will catch you in the next one.